Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Alrighty guys, I wanted to start this thing off and show you how quickly the narratives around certain cryptocurrencies are changing. Just today, I saw this interview on Squawk Box talking about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and they destroyed it. I'm not going to play you guys this clip, but the general premise was some people went to El Salvador, tried to use the Bitcoin Lightning Network, and essentially every single time they tried to use it, they were waiting at least 2 hours on a transaction to go through, or it just flat out never went through and they were still charged. It was very bad PR for the Lightning Network, and I just thought it was so ironic that Bitcoin maxis are so insistent that the Bitcoin Lightning Network is a good thing and a productive innovation. I tweeted out, Bitcoin maxis praise for Strike is literally all it has going for it. It's a centralized, overcomplicated, trash piece of Web 2 software with a hopeless dream of one day being what XRP has been since 2013. And that is exactly what Strike is. It is so funny how Bitcoin maxis get so crazy about whether something meets their level of decentralization and then go out and promote a completely centralized way for Bitcoin to attempt to scale. But the funny thing about it is the Lightning Network just constantly fails. It does not help Bitcoin scale when all the transactions on Strike are taking longer than a normal Bitcoin transactions and half the time aren't even working. It is so funny that these Bitcoin maxis would try to promote these technologies that go against everything they claim they believe in and then don't promote something that actually does what they believe in, which is XRP. And the best part about it is XRP has been doing it since 2013. Bitcoin is just trying to catch up with the Lightning Network, and it is doing a horrible job. Sooner or later, people are going to wake up and realize that XRP has been doing this from the start, and then it is going to seem like a no-brainer, just like we have known this entire time. Now, interestingly enough, the same day CNBC put out that hit piece on the Lightning Network, for the first time in almost ever, they tweeted out, crypto firm Ripple's court battle with the SEC has gone exceedingly well, CEO Brad Garlinghouse says, and I tweeted out, we are close, with the eye emojis. By the time the masses realize what's happening, they will be priced out. I firmly believe once XRP becomes an obvious investment and the mainstream media starts covering it like they have covered Bitcoin and Ethereum this entire time, the price is gonna be so high you won't even be able to accumulate a realistically good sized position. That's why you should be buying now during the FUD, during the pain, because that is where the true wealth is made. It's not when you see the articles on CNBC. The people who figure it out beforehand are the ones who are rewarded. Go back, look what happened with Tesla stock, look what the big media corporations were saying before its huge run, and look at what they were saying after, and you will understand how these narratives work. Next, guys, I wanted to show you this quick clip by Brad Garlinghouse. Here in the US, we have been dealing with the ugliest crypto regulations, if you can even say we have any crypto regulations. We know this is the whole reason Ripple is stuck in this BS case, and this is why we do not see the blockchain and crypto innovation in the United States that is happening around the world. But Brad Garlinghouse in this interview seemed to be very positive on the future of US regulations, and I just wanted to show you this because I think it gives us a lot to look forward to going forward.
Just in terms of broader crypto market regulation, we had, of course, the executive order from President Joe Biden. At the time, there was a lot of criticism. Well, this doesn't sort of go far enough. It's not laying out specifics. What's your view on it? Did you think it was significant for the market?
I think it was very significant. I think it's very positive. You know, frankly, the leadership we've seen outside of the United States in crypto regulation is way ahead of where it has been in the U.S. It's something we've been saying for years. And I think at the core of the executive order from the Biden administration is acknowledging that exact point, that the competitiveness of U.S. in these developing markets around crypto, around blockchain technologies has fallen behind, and more investment and more talent is going outside the United States. When entrepreneurs here in Paris talk to me about starting companies in the crypto space, one of the first things I'll recommend to them is you shouldn't start the company in the United States because there isn't that clarity. And so a lot of the hiring, even for Ripple, we'll hire over 300 people this year. Well over half of those I expect to be non-US based.
So guys, it was very subtle, but he makes the point that other countries have their crypto regs in place and the US is realizing they need to catch up, and he says the Biden executive order was a big step towards this. One of the notes in the Biden executive order was that the US should model its regulatory approach to cryptocurrencies in a way that is consistent with other countries around the world. Well, the United States seems to be the only country who is randomly calling certain cryptocurrencies securities and saying some are commodities. The rest of the world has decided that most of these things are commodities, and that looks like where Brad Garlinghouse thinks the US is gonna go too. This is a very positive development, in the fact that Brad Garlinghouse is so positive about this executive order. I think it's a really good sign for what is to come in the US crypto market. But even more exciting than that, in another interview Brad Garlinghouse was in today, he said the lawsuit has gone exceedingly well and much better than I could have hoped for when it began about 15 months ago. What an outstanding statement by Brad Garlinghouse. We know when this thing started, Brad Garlinghouse was already very confident that Ripple was going to come out on top. So the fact that he actually thinks the SEC case now is in a better place than he originally thought it would be is such a bullish statement, and I think tells us that we are very close to the resolution and clarity we have all been looking for as XRP holders. I think if Brad Garlinghouse is this confident on how well this case is going, there is no reason we shouldn't also be exceedingly confident that there is no doubt Ripple is going to come out on top, and there is no way XRP will be declared a security. Absolutely money statement by Big BG right here, and I love it. Guys, this next thing I'm about to show you is a little mind melting, so hold on tight. From Stephen Hubert today, and I thought this was one of the strangest things I have seen since this lawsuit took place. He says, has anyone seen this? Matthew Solomon, Ripple's lawyer, who is actually the head lawyer, is participating at the SEC Enforcement Forum. I thought this was crazy, and if we take a look at this document, we can see right here Matthew Solomon, and this is an SEC Enforcement Forum. The reason this is so interesting, because right now these two parties, the SEC and Ripple, are in the hardest hitting portion of their negotiation to date. And right here we have Matthew Solomon going on stage and hanging out with the SEC Enforcement Division. Guys, the SEC is currently getting their butt kicked by Ripple in court, and we're supposed to believe that they are just hanging out with Ripple's lawyers on the side? Think of all the dirt Ripple's lawyers could get from the SEC lawyers if they were to be having casual conversations about anything going on. Yes, I know they probably aren't having casual conversations about the Ripple case, but just think how easy it would be for some information to slip. It makes me think more than ever that the SEC never really thought they were gonna win this case, and more than anything, this entire case was just supposed to be a standard setting case. A way to carve out rules through our judicial system rather than having lawmakers create them out of nowhere. Standards that every single project can trust. Standards that came from the court, ones defined in law, and not on the backs of some corrupt politician. That is always what I have thought, and it stems from the fact that we have seen people talking about this case happening before it was ever made public. Guys, at the end of the day though, whether or not you believe it was a setup, whether you believe it was corruption, a mix of both, or something entirely different, one thing is for sure: court cases end, the Ripple case will end, and Ripple is gonna come out on top, and that involves the XRP you and I hold.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.